So welcome back to yet another Agony Aunt real life chat on a Sunday. Now, as requested by all of you guys, this week is a less kind of serious topic and it's more back to what I know best, which is beauty. So you all requested that I do a video speaking about the high street or cheaper versus the premium luxury skincare and beauty products in general out there. So I'm going to focus on skincare and a little bit on hair, just because I don't think you look so much towards scientific stats and clinical studies and things like that for makeup. So we're going to do skincare and hair today. So just to kickstart, I'm not going to go into a huge amount of detail on the specific products I use because I've already done a video talking about my skincare routine, the products that I use and rosacea. So I'm going to just go into detail on certain brands that I think work really well, a couple of brands I'm going to touch on that I don't think are worth the money, and then I'm going to talk about some of the high street cheaper brands that I think are absolutely worth you getting instead of some of the more premium brands. So let's kick off with skincare first and then I'll do hair. I'm going to start with some of the premium brands. So I guess what I should start with saying is that with any skincare brand, you want to be looking to brands that have scientific research available, clinical studies available. Any brands that aren't revealing any stats like this, you should be more wary of, because if they are producing results, there will be clinical tests behind these results. So let's go into a couple of the more premium, some very expensive products out there, some of which I use, some of which I used to use, some of which I really don't rate at all. And this will give you more of an idea on the products that really do have evidence, stats and amazing results behind them. A lot of the products that I do use, I've been recommended to use by a dermatologist, so it's a real expert in the field. Now, you all know how much I love SkinCeuticals because I wax on about it all the time. It's definitely the brand I use the most of. Now, I really don't think that you need to be using just one brand on your skin. Anyone that tells you that is talking rubbish. You want to use products that work for your skin, for your individual skin concerns, but it does not need to just be from one brand. So chop and change, pick things that work. I've never ever used just one brand. But I do use a lot of SkinCeuticals products purely because they work so well. So yeah, this is a clinical dermatologist brand. The products that I use by SkinCeuticals are the cleanser, as I mentioned, and 3 of their serums, one of which I've run out of, and it is the Ultimate Serum. But I use their Blemish and Age Defense. This is for spots. I use their Fluoretin CF, which is a vitamin C. And I use their HA Intensifier, which I've run out of, which is their hyaluronic acid. Now, these little serums are unbelievable. They're all different prices and they are expensive. But as I said, certain brands really are worth their price tags. I believe these serums start from around £80 and they're all different. I think one of them is about £129. It may well be the Fluoretin or it might be the HA Intensifier. But SkinCeuticals is amazing and worth the money. Sicily is another brand. Now, I don't rate every single product from Sicily. There are certain products that I don't think are worth the price tag. But they really do specialize in their face masks. Now, another thing to look for in skincare is products with active ingredients in, as well as ingredients that have research behind them. It is so well researched that retinol, vitamin C, vitamin A, which is retinol, are such game-changing ingredients for your skin. So products that have those ingredients in, you know are going to work. Now, masks generally have active ingredients in, whereas cleansers don't. But again, that's not always the case. But Sicily really do specialise in face masks. Their Black Rose cream mask is unbelievable. It really does make you wake up with baby soft skin. And their latest one, which I'm loving, is their Velvet Sleeping Mask with saffron flowers. The reason I love this is because of my really, really hypersensitive skin, my rosacea. This is just like a cocoon basically for your skin. You wake up and it is so soothed, so soft. Any redness and inflammation has been brought down completely. So this is one of their masks I'm really, really loving at the moment, but again, is more premium. Now, again, as I've said, I don't want to bash a brand because I know that Lipari has got amazing clinical tests and studies behind it. A lot of scientific research goes into all of their products, but I have never ever got on with any of their products. I was actually gifted this by their PR team a while ago now. It's not brand new, but this is their Ice Crystal Cellular Suisse oil, dry oil for the face. And I cannot get on with La Prairie. I find it quite fragranced. I find it really irritates my skin. And this particular oil, I massage it into my face. Within 5 minutes, it actually crumbles off my face. If I go to touch my face, the product comes off in kind of little balls. Sorry about my phone going off. That can go on silent now. And it was the same for me with their blue tub of moisturizer. I can't remember the name of it, so sorry about that. But for me personally, La Prairie I've never got on with. I can't get over their price tags on their products. I find it extortionate. So personally for me, it's been a brand I won't touch now. I won't use any of their products purely because they've not worked on my skin. I'm sure there are people out there who are obsessed by the brand. There is definitely scientific research behind it. It is very, very premium, but it's not a brand that I would use on my skin or recommend to anyone I know to use. A kind of mid-range brand that you should get on your radar, I'm sure a lot of you already have on your radar, is Estee Lauder. It definitely doesn't fall into the premium price bracket, but it's definitely more than your high street budget skincare. One product I will recommend over and over again from Estee Lauder is their Advanced Night Repair Serum. This is a cult iconic product. There are, I don't know how many sold every minute across the world, but it is just unbelievable. And not just for what it says on the bottle. Obviously this is a night serum that you use at night. But another thing to know about this product is that anyone who does have hypersensitive rosacea skins, it's an instant soother. It contains ingredients to reduce inflammation. It's also an amazing moisturizer. If you have slightly oilier skin, you could use this and not use a moisturizer. Many makeup artists that I've seen on set, backstage at fashion weeks, use this. They mix it with their foundation for a really nice, slightly lighter coverage face base. There are so many things you can do with this serum. I love using it in the morning. If I don't want to use a thick day cream, I'll use this instead. If I'm having a rosacea flare up, I will always use this. So this product is just unbelievable. It's well worth its price tag, which I believe is about £50. And whenever I run out of this, my skin notices it. So huge, big fan of the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. So in terms of the more premium skincare brands, that's kind of all I'm going to talk about. They're brands that I know work amazingly well for my skin. So we've got Sicily SkinCeuticals, Estee Lauder. There is my retinol cream here, which is by Illumia MD. Again, a more premium product. But there are so many other amazing retinol products out there. There is Zoe Skin Health. SkinCeuticals also have a really good one. So I wasn't going to touch for ages on this. But as a brand, Illumia MD is another pharmaceutical dermatologist recommended brand and have amazing products. There are other bloggers that use this brand. Lydia Millen, I believe, does. Victoria McGrath from In The Fro. They both use this brand and go to L'Atelier Aesthetics, where I also go for my face peels. And there is amazing results behind Illumia MD. But moving on to the cheaper, more budget skincare options out there, which also work amazingly well. I wanted to just show you a few brands that I use every day. You can see how much I use them because a lot of them are running out. So first and foremost in the high street budget skincare has got to be Deciem. If you haven't heard of Deciem, I don't know where you've been living. But Deciem is, you know, one of their brands is The Ordinary, and they are just unbelievable. In my opinion, their products are, you know, as good as SkinCeuticals, but for a quarter of the price tag. There are only a select few of their products I actually use, but I've known of them, I've been working with them for years, back when I was a journalist, so I know just how much science goes into all of their products. One that I particularly love is the AHA 30%, BHA 2% peeling solution. This is kind of a slightly scary looking product because it's actually red, and this is a peel that you put on your skin. I would only use this at night, I would not use it in the morning. You leave it on for about 10 minutes and it is an exfoliant, obviously using the acids. Really, really good for, you know, a couple of days before an event. I like to use this because it really just smooth and rejuvenate the skin. Great for any acneic skins as well. And The Ordinary have just so many products out there. I mean, I don't even know where to begin to recommend. They're just, they've got everything. They've got the vitamin C's, they've got the vitamin A's, they've got the peels, they've got the cleansers. So please, please, please give The Ordinary a look. Go in store. The stores that I have been into have been amazing. All of their advisors there know everything about the brand and can definitely prescribe you what your skin will need. So The Ordinary are unbelievable. Another brand I absolutely love and have been using on and off for years is Bare Minerals. Now this is their new poreless line that only came out, I believe, this week or last week. Now a product, I think the hero product from this new poreless collection is their exfoliating essence. Now you use this after cleansing, you just apply it to a cotton pad and smooth it all over your face. Now Bare Minerals is obviously a mineral brand, so again really, really good for sensitive skins, rosacea skins like my own. This is part of their kind of anti-blemish line, and I really, really love this essence. It's another way of exfoliating your skin without a physical scrub, which I always think antagonizes any sort of blemishes, rosacea, sensitive skins. I just steer clear of physical scrubs. So this is a really nice way of exfoliating your skin before a moisturizer. And I love all of Bare Minerals products. I love their makeup. Their skincare has always been really, really lovely to use. So a good, cheaper option to use is Bare Minerals. All the French pharmaceutical brands I've been using for years and years and years. If you go back to when I very first started my blog, you will find La Roche Posay, you will find Avène, you will find Vichy. They are all on my blog and I couldn't recommend them enough. This is the Vichy Lift Active Hyaluronic Mask. So this is one of their kind of hydrating hyaluronic lifting masks. I love this before an event or before going out in the evening. But anything by any of those French pharmaceutical brands is just amazing. Couldn't recommend it enough, but hero products do happen to be all of their SPFs. I love this lifting face mask. And if you ever get a spot and you are yet to find a good spot cream that you put on and instantly the spot shrinks, is the La Roche Posay Effaclar AI. It's just a little tube and it's got quite a kind of slim nozzle. You pop this cream on a spot and I honestly promise you within a couple of hours the spot has shrunk. So this is a lifesaver for me, as well as their Effaclar Duo. Amazing, amazing product for anyone with spotty, blemish-prone skins. Another French brand, that I love, which is a cult product, is the Embryolisse Lait Crème Concentré. My French accent is really not up to speed right now. But this is just a really nice, very simple, nothing fancy, no frills moisturizer. But this is helping me at the moment. My skin is very overly sensitized at the moment because I've been using retinol. So I'm switching between this and just an E45 cream when my skin is having the flare-ups, just because I want really, really, really nourishing creams that have basically nothing in them. So this is nice for my skin at the moment, or the E45 cream, which I'm sure you all know about. And then lastly, for budget skincare, this is an organic brand, you may have heard of it, and that is Yes To. So there's Yes to tomatoes, I believe there's Yes to carrots, there's Yes to cucumber, there's a few, but the Yes to tomatoes is their clear skin range for problematic blemish-prone skins. It is organic, but this is a new product of theirs that I think is bloody amazing. It is a face mask. I'm going to get this all over me now. But it comes in a stick, and you basically just wind it up, smooth it on the areas that you want to put a face mask on where maybe you have blemishes, leave it for 10 minutes and rinse it off. And it's a clay consistency. This is their detoxifying charcoal snap mask stick, sorry. So this contains the detoxifying charcoal as well as tomatoes to really kind of dry out blemishes, draw out toxins from the skin. And I've only used this 3 or 4 times, but my skin was flaring up a little bit, and this has really just drawn those spots out, dried them out straight away. So really impressed with the Yes to Tomatoes detoxifying charcoal snap mask stick. Jesus, that is a mouthful. So those are just a few of the budget kind of high street skincare brands that I think are really worth knowing about, with a much smaller price tag than any of the premium brands. There are so many more out there, but again, I could talk about this all day, but I'm really just wanting to kind of highlight some of the products that I think are heroes for me. So moving on to hair now, let's start with premium. So one brand that I will just forever go on about, because I just think the scientific research that goes into all of their products, their clinical studies, are just unbelievable. And for someone who has recently been told that they have unbelievably damaged hair, I was recently told by my hair colorist that I couldn't actually have my hair colored anymore because it was so dry and damaged, heat damaged, brittle, that if I was to start colouring it again, it would literally just snap off. So I've definitely been, in the last couple of months, paying a lot more attention to the health of my hair. And the main way to do that is to watch the products that you're putting on it. Now, Kerastase, as I was saying, so much research goes into all of their products. There are so many studies available for you to see the results for yourself. But one of their newest collections that launched quite recently is the Genesis range. Now this is their anti-hair fall range, which stops hair breakage, be that from overstyling, heat, brushing the hair too much, using the wrong styling bands for your hair as well. This all causes breakage. But the 2 hero products that I think from that particular range are the shampoo. Now, one thing to bear in mind with shampoos that I've been told by a lot of hairdressers, brand experts, is that actually you should invest in a shampoo. Don't worry so much about conditioners. Masks are a separate thing, but conditioners and styling products, don't worry so much about. But it's the shampoo that you're applying directly to your scalp and you're really getting in there. So it's actually the shampoo that is one of the most important products for your head and scalp that you should invest more in. So this is the Kerastase anti-hair fall fortifying shampoo from Kerastase's new Genesis range. But another product that I've only been using for a week, but the research behind it, the studies that I've read when I was sent it, really amazed me, and have actually made me use this. I'm using it twice a day. Now this is a serum for your scalp. And again, this is the anti-hair fall fortifying serum. Yeah, so you are applying 1 pipette full to your scalp, and this is increasing your hair's resilience basically. So it's strengthening it, and it's preventing that breakage and that fall. So Kerastase I really recommend, not just this particular line, but their Band de Force line is amazing for damaged hair. I'm using that at the moment as well. And it really is a brand that, although it's expensive, it works. There are other brands out there, with an even higher price tag, Oribe, for example, which is spelled Oribe. These are lovely, beautiful products to look at. I don't think they're worth their price tag. They smell amazing, they look amazing, but do they offer any amazing benefits to your hair? No, I don't think they do. Kerastase, I think, does. Kerastase, L'Oreal Professional are such amazing brands for anyone with particular hair concerns, be it thinning, hair fallout, damaged hair, dry hair. They've got something for everyone and it really works. But just to point out a couple of cheaper hair brands out there, I wouldn't use anymore now that I have the knowledge. So I do try and steer clear now of the cheaper high street shampoos, purely because so many of them contain so many synthetics that just coat your hair, and they're not actually getting to the root cause of the damage or whatever it may be. So generally for the cheaper hair products, I would use these as styling products. So I prefer to use a more premium brand for shampoos and masks, but for any sort of styling, for conditioners, there are so many amazing cheap options out there. For dry shampoo, and if you followed me for a while, you know that I use dry shampoo literally every single day. I don't just use it when my hair needs a wash. I use it as a styling product. I use it to boost volume. I use it to create texture throughout the mid-lengths and kind of separate my waves. And in my opinion, there is not a better dry shampoo out there than Batiste. This is their blush one. I just prefer the smell of this one, but I use this every single day and it really does boost volume in your hair so much more. I kind of section the hair and I just apply it layer by layer. And as you can see, it increases the volume of your hair so much more, whilst as well making your hair smell amazing. It gives it a bit of grit and texture. So yeah, big fan of any of the Batiste Dry Shampoos. They've also got dry conditioners now, which are great if you've got drier ends. But yeah, I am yet to find a dry shampoo that is as good as Batiste. Another brand I like, which has also got a lower price tag, is Percy & Reed. Now this is just a travel size version of their dry instant volumizing spray. So this is not a dry shampoo, but it is a texturizing, volumizing spray. So I'm going to just compare the two. So there we go. We've got dry shampoo on one side, we've got a dry volumizing spray in the other side. Percy & Reed is definitely slightly more expensive than Batiste, but they both have smaller price tags than your Kerastase, your L'Oreal Professional. Yeah, I wouldn't spray this throughout straight hair, but it's really good for wavy hair. Your cheaper hair options out there are definitely Batiste, definitely Percy & Reed. The L'Oreal Paris products, again, I rate, they're really good. Another brand that I do love for cheaper hair care is Beauty Pie. That is an online brand that you have to sign up to, but I absolutely love their hair products. They're really great, and again, a much lower price tag. So I'm not going to keep waffling on about cheap versus premium skincare and hair care. I could, but hopefully this has kind of given you a little bit more of an idea on the products that are worth their money in terms of my own opinion, and then obviously some that aren't so much. Again, I just want to highlight here that this is my own opinion. These are perhaps products that have just not worked for me and my skin. They may well work for you. But yeah, these are all my favorites. These are products that I will recommend over and over again. So hopefully you found this video slightly useful, as always. And again, please do forever send over ideas for upcoming Agony Aunt Sunday real life chats, because I love hearing from all of you, and watch this space for more videos.